Hi, I'm Dr. Dawn Holtz. I am a performance psychologist and the owner and operator of DMH Performance, a coaching business. Today, I want to talk about mental health. Mental health is a state of well-being that enables individuals to cope with life stresses, realize their abilities, work productively, and contribute to their communities. So this is important to the group that I specifically work with. I work with high performers. These are military and paramilitary careers, EMTs, paramedics, police, fire, dispatch, active duty members, and veterans. So in any of these groups, you're going to encounter stress. It is what it is. You can say you don't, but you do. Everybody encounters stress every day. It's important that we realize it in these particular emergency response groups. The other thing is here, though, the big component that we were talking about with mental health and the definition is we are realizing our abilities and working productively. Let's think about those career types, okay? You operate under a higher level of stress, and you are required to make decisions at a split second's notice. And this isn't like in a corporate boardroom or when you're on a soccer field or playing football, okay? The decisions that you make actually affect whether somebody's going to live or die. It affects their livelihood. Are they going to jail or aren't they? Am I going to shoot or am I not? Split second decisions with a very minimal amount of information. If you're working in EMS, you get the patient to the hospital, and yeah, physicians, nurses, everybody, they're making life-changing decisions as well, but they're not making them with the very little bit of information that you're making those with. They have a bigger support staff. There's more there. Again, those are still very high-stress careers. That said, you need to be able to work productively, okay? So this is why mental health is important, and we've got to be proactive about our mental health. You want to be productive, and you want to work to the best of your abilities, right? So it's right in the definition of mental health, state of well-being that enables you to cope with your stress, realize your abilities, and work productively to contribute to your community. So tell me, when was the first time that you really started talking about mental health or how to cultivate a positive mental health outlook or positive mental health coping mechanisms? When was the first time that you started talking about that, specifically in your field? Was it maybe when there was a major event? Several people went to a fire and the house collapsed and there was a firefighter lost. Maybe there was a suicide in the department. Maybe there was a police officer shooting. Maybe a dispatcher took a call with a multi-child trauma. There was generally a big event when people start talking about this, okay? And we're already behind the curveball. That's what most people don't understand, is you're already behind the curveball if we're waiting until there's a major event to talk about mental health, because we haven't done anything to prepare ourselves for that. We don't have ourselves in a situation where we're comfortable talking about our feelings or comfortable saying, hey, you know what? I'm not ready yet. I need to decompress first, but I would like to talk about this. Or I'm not comfortable talking about this in a group setting. I need a one-on-one or anything. We haven't even dealt with the stress of what's going on at home. Hey, that bill that we have to pay, because God knows that in these fields, we do not get paid what the general public thinks we do, okay? So my point being, mental health is a very positive topic to talk about. We're just not talking about it. We've given it a stigma, and we're talking about all of the negative things. When you learn about mental health in your EMS book, in your EMT book, your paramedic book, your firefighter or your police, you're generally learning about the behavioral health call that you're going to get, the person that's out of control. So that in and of itself, yeah, we do need to know how to deal with those. We absolutely need to know how to deal with those in a positive manner. But at the same time, if that's the only time you're hearing about it, you're hearing about it with a negative connotation. This is somebody having a major event, and I'm here to respond. So do I want people responding to me? No, because then I'm the patient. I'm not the one in control. But you are in control of your mental health. You just have to be proactive about it. Get yourself a coach. Get yourself a pastor. Get yourself a therapist. Get yourself somebody that you can talk to before you ever have an event like that. Okay, you are going to engage in stressful activities. You will engage in more stress, more trauma in a single shift than most people will encounter in their entire lives. You're going to see some things out there that aren't pleasant daily. You need to have somebody to talk to about that. You need to have somebody that can help you to develop positive coping mechanisms. Again, I've said it in my other videos. I like to have a good time as much as the next girl. I want to have a drink here and there. I want to go out and party and let off some steam. That is not how we should be responding to stress, though. If we want to plan a good time, plan a good time. But it shouldn't be our coping mechanism when we come home from work. And we shouldn't be letting things build up. So we need to have these tools or instruments in place, and it's not going to be the same for every one of you. I've said that before too, but it's not going to be the same, and that's why this kind of mental health preventative situation is different for each person, and you've got to find the right person to talk to, the right person that can help you find those different instruments that can help you be successful so that you can have a long career. You're not just protecting your back, you got to protect your mind. Protect your family. And part of protecting your family is taking good care of your mental health. Again, mental health, it's just a state of well-being, okay? Well-being. We want to keep it well so that you as an individual can deal with your life stressors. You can realize your abilities. That means performing at your top. And you can work productively and contribute to your communities. Contributing to your communities, by the way, in EMS, in the military, we are a sub-community of the community as a whole. And we want to be able to contribute to that community, contribute to each other. So we're not always putting each other down and saying, don't be a pussy, just deal with it, suck it up. Nobody cries when babies die. You've heard them all. Anyway, you want to be able to be a positive contribution and help your colleagues and yourself to live a long and happy life, and to be able to take care of to be able to return to take care of your community the next day. If you don't talk to me, talk to somebody. dmhperformance.info is where you can find me. But again, if you don't want to talk to me, if I've offended you today, find somebody else to talk to.